Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Spirit guide messages. Okay, what do they need you to know right now? Let's go. Okay, we got Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Okay, Five of Pentacles and the Fool. Clarify this Three of Pentacles. I do feel like you're on... There's something new happening because we have the Fool here at the end. Well, right after, like together with the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, with some sort of releasing or loss of something, there is the Fool. Once there's a loss, there's open space for something new to come in. So I do, with the Fool, I'm getting like open space or opportunity. Okay, clarify Three of Pentacles. I feel like you might be putting your energy into something that might be short term, but I need to clarify this Four of Wands. Okay, let me just... Three of Pentacles. Clarify Three of Pentacles. Clarify Four of Wands. Make music. Okay. Clarify Five of Pentacles and the Fool. The universe goes on. Yeah, okay, it's exactly as I said. And we also have Let It Go at the back of this deck. So I'm going to pull one more card before I get into it. For some of you, I do feel like you could be like a marriage proposal could be on the table. I'm finding that with the Four of Wands and also the make music. So this is, you know, it could be a marriage proposal or it could be a proposal for work or, you know, friendship, something substantial. But I do feel like maybe you're considering turning it down. And you also have the instinct card at the back of the deck. It seems like there's just some sort of offer coming to you, but you feel like there's a message here about turning it down perhaps, because we have the Five of Pentacles, which is a loss. And if you look, we start with this Three of Pentacles. This person is like building the brick and all that, and then we go over to the Five where they're done. They're not working on it anymore. And also this window, if you look, they're two different window structures. So, this could be indicating that whatever proposal comes your way, you might actually have to negotiate. Because I'm getting that from the windows. So you could have this in mind, but they give you something different, but this is what you're wanting. You know what I'm saying? And so how do we get this window to look like this one? Or, you know, but, you know, I just feel like there could be some negotiation here, or there could just be a flat out no. but it's up to you to follow your instinct and what you feel. Because there's this message here of you might not want to pass up on something because because you're set on it. Three of Pentacles. But we also have this card, the universe goes on, and we have let it go. So with these two cards, I just kind of feel like there's this message coming through of not being afraid to say no, because there's always opportunity or something else. Okay. For some of you, that's your message. For others of you, it could be, tweaking it to say it's okay to negotiate or state your terms, or, something along those lines. So again, there's two different messages. For some of you, you might have to negotiate, state your terms. For other of you, it might just be a flat out no. Okay. Again, follow your instinct with this. Okay. What else do we have here? What do you want me to tell them, Spirit? Spirit says flow state. Okay, you also have impartiality. So, okay, weighing your pros and cons about the situation. Thinking about what's going to be too heavy and what's going to be too light. Like, what do you need? So some people like to take the easy route. They want their bucket to be light so they don't have a lot of responsibilities. Some people like a lot of responsibility because, it makes them feel productive or things like that. And there's some people who like it more in the middle to where they don't feel overwhelmed, but they also feel like they're being productive. So there's this message here of thinking about that. Like, what actually do you want or do you need? So again, this can this can be referring to career, hobby, but also relationship. Okay, so place it how it needs to be. But also, just to rewind a bit, Spirit said flow state, and that was when I was looking at this music here. So I do feel like if you're having trouble connecting to your inner wisdom or your creative outlet, just, your inner anything, that, it could be helpful to, I don't know, create music, make music. So whether that's just something basic as like tapping, because if you actually look up tapping, like tapping on the skin, it helps calm the nervous system and things like that. So Spirit could be talking to you in that simplicity of like doing tapping, either on yourself or on a surface. Maybe writing music or poetry to help you tap into creative outlets or something like that. But I just feel like if you're, this could be related to a particular hobby, but I do feel like there's a message here of, if you have some sort of block, that tuning into a creative outlet can help you tune into messages and from your own self and what's going on with you and what decision is best. So that's an option for you. Anything else you want to say, Spirit? Okay, there's a message here about, well, this card here, this is about traditional views. There's a message here about what you might be thinking about or going towards, maybe not, or I'm not sure the proper term, but like not traditional. And so if this is involving a relationship, it could be that the roles are, different about gender and who does what and blah, 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 stuff like that. So if that's regarding your relationship. And also there's a quick message here. I said something about a proposal possibly. So I wonder if maybe somebody in particular, not everyone, but someone here could be thinking about proposing to their partner, but it's like not traditional for their gender to do it, right? So that's something that is a side message that you might be thinking about. For others of you, yeah, this is just giving, untraditional. So it could be that you're going for a profession or into some sort of hobby that's not like standard in your family or in your friend circle or something like that. So I do feel like you're standing out in some way regarding something, but it's just a matter of if you want to pursue it or not. Okay. Let's do one more card here, and then we'll go into your final card. What do you need them to know? With the vanity card, there's this message of like not being afraid to stand out. If you look at this guy, he's not dressed like everybody else. Okay, everybody else is drinking and they're, all fancy and stuff, and he's wearing like, old style cloths. And so there's just this message about, not being afraid to stand out, not being afraid to have different viewpoints. Yeah. Okay. What else do you need them to know? Mysticism. I'm not sure if you're saying the same thing or not, so let me clarify that. Clarify this mysticism. Rewind and reset. Okay. There's this message here of like listening to your opinion or your instincts. So with this as the clarification, this is giving actually more like Four of Swords, whereas like, kind of retreat and go into your own mind, body, and spirit. It might even be helpful for you to literally go on a retreat or a vacation, paid time off, something like that. But we've got this clock here, so I definitely feel like you need time. You need time for something to fully develop and blossom within you, for you to like feel it or comprehend it or have that aha moment. Okay, so definitely this message here about, not being afraid to stand out, taking time to listen and really understand what your instincts are trying to tell you. And then also thinking about what your needs are, right? Okay. And allowing yourself time to tune into creative outlets. We have that here. It could also be really helpful for you to be around flowers at this time. So you might want to buy some flowers, or at least get some fake ones or something like that, and just kind of, I don't know, that just seems like something that will support your energy, or just like, just support you. I'm seeing a lot of flowers. Could be something to like up the energy in your home as well. Okay, let's go ahead and pull your final card. There's a quick message about not giving up. So with the Five of Pentacles, this person is just laying on the ground. They're not going to do it no more. That's it. But we have the Fool again right after it. And so there's this message of, if you do choose to say no or put it off or, pause, whatever you decide to do, there's always opportunity and something available. So I just feel like, I keep saying this, but like, when one door closes, another one opens. And so I said earlier, please don't feel obligated to accept something just because you want that security or because it sounds good, but it doesn't actually meet your needs, right? You could be sitting here like have a checklist of all the things that you need, and this thing only covers like one or two of them, but you're like, oh, well, that's good enough. Okay, that's the energy of settling. Spirit is like, you don't have to do that. Full card, all right? There's another opportunity. So, but it also requires being patient. So if you look at this card, it looks like this, what is this thing called? Stork, maybe. A stork is out here. It's got a little bow thing, but it's just hanging out while the waters are crashing and all that. And so there's this message here of like time. So there's a message of, if you want something right away, then you could be settling. But if you allow yourself more time to wait, rewind and reset, the universe goes on. So if you allow yourself more time, and I feel like the waves will settle down, and the sun shines, and there's this aha moment that you're looking for. This aha moment, this aha feeling, this aha opportunity, whatever it is. But I just feel like not rushing to settle. Okay? All right, now, your final card. Trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Ashe. All right, y'all. That was your reading. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck on your journey.